And the keys: breath, movement, and sound. These are three ways that you can make energy move and make life force begin to flow. And what's interesting is that when we've experienced trauma, experienced any kind of trauma or abuse or any kind of shaming, this just shuts down our breath, it shuts down our movement, it shuts down our sound. So they're the keys back: breath, movement, sound. And it needs to be done so lovingly, like you don't want to like bully yourself into any of this. You need to do it with a lot of care. And so that's why I find women's healing practices and embodiment practices are so key, because they're beautiful. They're beautiful. They're loving. They're enjoyable. They're not. You're not like trying to scream it out, like trying, push it out. Instead you're like breathing, moving, flowing. Breathing energy into your womb, flashing it out into the earth. It's beautiful. It's very natural. And so that's such a huge key. And that's what I teach. I teach women's healing embodiment practices. And because these, if you do this regularly, then this is really shifting that dense energy out and opening yourself to this new energy. And it's helping you also to trust the new energy. And that's what's really important. If you have a really strong energetic release, you might have a healing with someone and it's really strong, but then you can't integrate it. Whereas with practices, you're integrating as you go. They're gentle. And so you can integrate, you're releasing, but you're integrating. And also, particularly with the Taoist practices, you're really learning to trust your connection to the earth and to the heavens, to the elements. And so you're becoming more at home and safe in the world. And that's so key when learning to trust the new energy. You need to feel safe. So, yeah, that's why I teach these practices and why I'm so passionate about them, because it works, it really works. And my Shakti flows, which are like a series of women's practices, are such wonderful ways of doing this, because they are, really focusing on moving the life force, but also particularly in a feminine way, and particularly also a lot of practices to flush out of the womb space and the sexual organs. And this is like actively clearing shame out of our bodies.